It's week 40 of a year of wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 276. Job 3. Hugh said, "Perish the day I was born and the night that said a man is conceived. May that day be darkness, may God on high not seek it. May no light shine on it, may gloom dark as death defile it. May clouds settle on it, may it be terrified by its own blackness. As for that night, may thick darkness seize it. May it not be joined to the days of the year, may it not be numbered among the months. May that night be desolate, may no cry of joy be heard in it. May those who curse days curse it, those whose curses could rouse Leviathan. May the stars of its twilight be dark, may it look for light but get none. May it never see the shimmer of dawn. Because it didn't shut the doors of the womb I was in and shield my eyes from trouble. If I'd been a stillborn, if I'd died at birth, had there been no knees to receive me or breasts for me to suck, then I would be lying still and in peace. I would have slept and been at rest, along with kings and their earthly advisors, who rebuilt ruins for themselves, or with princes who had plenty of gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or I could have been like a hidden, miscarried child that never saw light. There the wicked cease their raging, there the weary are at rest. Prisoners live at peace together without hearing a taskmaster's yell. Great and small alike are there, and the slave is free of his master. So why must light be given to the miserable, and life to the bitter in spirit? They long for death, but it never comes. They search for it more than for buried treasure. When at last they find the grave, they are so happy they shout for joy. Why give light to a man who wanders blindly, whom God shuts in on every side? My sighing serves in place of my food, and my groans pour out in a torrent. For the thing I feared has overwhelmed me. What I dreaded has happened to me. I have no peace, no quiet, no rest, and anguish keeps coming." Proverbs or Mishle 3. My son, don't forget my teaching. Keep my commands in your heart, for they will add to you many days, years of life and peace. Do not let grace and truth leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and esteem in the sight of God and of people. Trust in Adonai with all your heart. Do not rely on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, then he will level your paths. Don't be conceited about your own wisdom, but fear Adonai and turn from evil. This will bring health to your body and give strength to your bones. Honor Adonai with your wealth and with the first fruits of all your income. Then your granaries will be filled and your vats overflow with new wine. My son, don't despise Adonai's discipline or resent his reproof, for Adonai corrects those he loves, like a father who delights in his son. Happy the person who finds wisdom, the person who acquires understanding, for her profit exceeds that of silver. Gaining her is better than gold. She is more precious than pearls. Nothing you want can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, riches and honor in her left. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She's a tree of life to those who grasp her. Whoever holds fast to her will be made happy. Adonai by wisdom founded the earth, by understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the deep springs burst open, and the dew condenses from the sky. My son, don't let these slip from your sight. Preserve common sense and discretion. They will be life for your being and grace for your neck. Then you will walk your way securely without hurting your foot. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Don't be afraid of sudden terror or destruction caused by the wicked when it comes, for you can rely on Adonai. He will keep your foot from being caught in a trap. Don't withhold good from someone entitled to it when you have in hand the power to do it. Don't tell your neighbor, "Go away, come another time. I'll give it to you tomorrow," when you have it now. Don't plan harm against your neighbor who lives beside you trustingly. Don't quarrel with someone for no reason if he has done you no harm. Don't envy a man of violence. Don't choose any of his ways, for the perverse is an abomination to Adonai, but he shares his secret counsel with the upright. Adonai's curse is in the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. The scornful he scorns, but gives grace to the humble. The wise win honor, but fools win shame. Ecclesiastes, or Kohelet 3. For everything there is a season, a right time for every intention under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to throw stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to discard, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. What does the worker gain from his efforts? I've seen the task God has given humanity to keep us occupied. He's made everything suited to its time. Also, he has given human beings an awareness of eternity, but in such a way that they can't fully comprehend, from beginning to end, the things God does. I know that there is nothing better for them to do than to be happy and enjoy themselves as long as they live. Still, the fact that everyone can eat and drink and enjoy the good that results from all his work is a gift from God. I know that whatever God does will last forever. There's nothing to add or subtract from it, and God has done it so that people will fear him. That which was is here already, and that which will be has already been. But God seeks out what people chase after. Another thing I observed under the sun. There, in the same place as justice, was wickedness. There, in the same place as righteousness, was wickedness. I said to myself, the righteous and the wicked God will judge, because there is a right time for every intention and for every action. Concerning people, I said to myself, God is testing them, so that they will see that by themselves they're just animals. After all, the same things that happen to people happen to animals, the very same thing. Just as the one dies, so does the other. Yes, their breath is the same, so that humans are no better than animals, since nothing matters anyway. They all go to the same place, they all come from the dust, and they all return to dust. Who knows if the spirit of a human being goes upward and the spirit of an animal goes downward into the earth? So I concluded that there's nothing better for a person to do than to take joy in his activities, that this is his allotted portion. For who can enable him to see what will happen after him? And, as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there and click the bell if you want to get notifications, and make sure to hit that like button for me too. And I will see you tomorrow. Maranatha.
I know without a doubt you'll carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads, I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord, it glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.